Hey, have you ever thought, why are good monitors either crazy expensive or just plain bad? Well, what if I told you there's a 27-inch monitor with an IPS panel, USB-C support, 100% sRGB color coverage, a smooth 100Hz refresh rate that costs less than some monitor arms? Well, let me introduce you to the Innocn 27D1Q, a monitor that might just be the best budget productivity display that nobody's talking about. Okay, so let me keep it real. When this monitor first showed up at my doorstep, I'm gonna be the first to admit I wasn't expecting much. The packaging was minimal and the branding wasn't exactly screaming premium, but once I took it out the box and set it up, my curiosity was piqued, to say the least. Now, right out the gate, this thing keeps it simple but clean. The build quality feels surprisingly solid but pretty lightweight with a matte finish that doesn't feel cheap. The stand? Well, yeah, it's a bit plasticky, I must admit, but it is sturdy enough for most cases, and it allows for very good height adjustments as well as a pretty nice range in tilt and swivel adjustments as well. This monitor is also VESA compatible, so if you've got a monitor arm, then you're pretty much golden. The bezels are super thin on 3 sides. Of course, I kind of wish it was like this on all 4 sides, but hey, no complaints here. And don't get me wrong, this monitor isn't gonna win any design awards, but on a minimal desk setup, it looks really good. In terms of ports and connectivity, this Innocn monitor gives you what is expected and then some. It has USB-C with 65 watts of power delivery, which means I can easily plug my MacBook or any laptop for that matter with just a single cable and not having to worry about an extra cable for charging my computer, which is a huge win for having a clean cable-free desk. Now, in addition to having USB-C, you also get one HDMI and DisplayPort inputs, which is of course super handy for switching between a console or maybe a second computer. And you also get a 3.5mm audio output, which is going to be handy for connecting any external speakers or your favorite pair of headphones you choose. Now, the monitor actually does come with 2 built-in speakers that is useful if you're in a pinch, but I personally highly recommend using proper external speakers or headphones for that matter. If you can, trust me, you'll thank me later. So in terms of display quality and performance, we're working with a 2560 by 1440p Quad HD resolution, which at 27 inches hits that sweet spot between 1080p and 4K in my opinion. Now, it's way sharper than my 1080p budget HP monitor that I was working with for quite some time, and 27 inches is actually good enough of a screen real estate to multitask without going ultra wide. Now, this monitor is an IPS panel with a contrast ratio of 1300:1 that claims 100% sRGB coverage, and from my personal experience using it for color grading these YouTube videos, designing my thumbnails, and some light photo editing as well, I find that it's more than enough. Viewing angles and color accuracy is pretty solid for a monitor in this price range, though its brightness actually does take a bit of a hit with it being limited to around 300 nits, which is gonna be totally fine for indoor work. Just don't expect it to handle well if your space or your room gets a lot of sunlight. So just over 3 weeks since using the 27D1Q daily, editing these videos, responding to emails, browsing the web, and bouncing between Chrome tabs when I should actually be scripting this video, and I've got to say, it feels good. Scrolling is very snappy and smooth at 100Hz, which is not the highest refresh rate, but it's going to be totally fine for productivity and a little casual gaming, especially for me coming from a 60Hz panel. This monitor keeps up effortlessly and the difference in performance is pretty evident. But alright, nothing is actually perfect, especially in the budget world, so there were a few downsides to this monitor that I found are worth mentioning. First is the on-screen display menu. I mean, it is functional, but I find that it's not intuitive. The button controls feels a bit outdated and navigating the settings takes more effort than it should. Secondly is of course the speakers. They're really just not great. So again, pairing this monitor with a really good external speaker is actually the way to go. But that aside, I mean, there's not much I can complain about given the price. Right now you can definitely pick up one just for under $200, which makes it a decent purchase if you're looking for a monitor that, even though is not flashy, actually delivers good visuals and reliable day-to-day performance. And to me, that's what matters for productivity. So if you're a content creator or someone who works remotely, or if you're even someone who's looking to upgrade from a basic 1080p display, then this is definitely worth considering for your next monitor. But let me know what you guys think. Is the Innocn 27D1Q worth it? Or let me know if you want me to do a comparison with other budget monitors down in the comments. Anyways, I'll go ahead and leave links to this monitor if you guys want to learn more down in the description. But if you found the review helpful, please go ahead, give this video a huge thumbs up, and also subscribe for more content like this. Thanks as usual for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.